popularity she's taken.
From the premier, if not number one team, one of them, curling rinks in North America, the Wausau Curling Club hosts the Wisconsin State High School Curling Championships. And we are in the semifinals now. And so we have less skaters on the ice for each team. They are combined. We have 8 sheets going, and we're going to cover one of the games going on, one of the 4 going on for you. We have chosen the Wausau West and Stevens Point teams as they are competing in one of the brackets. In the other bracket, it is Poynette and Portage, and those 2 teams have won the last 4 state tournaments. So nothing new for Poynette or Portage to be where they are. In the boys' competition, West is taking on Poynette at the same time, and Partyville at Stevens Point. I'm George Hirsch, and with me is Scott Schaefer. And Scott, we'll get started with you. Number 1, thank you for being here. Number 2, give me a little background on your involvement with curling.
Thanks, George. I've been curling for 14 years myself. I come from a pretty large curling family, a well-known curling family. Myself, my wife, and 2 of my 3 daughters all curl. One was curling in this tournament. And just been investing a lot of time into the sport. We help out around the club a lot and just enjoy all aspects of the game.
Okay, we pick up the actual action out on the sheet number 2, and right now it's Stevens Point with the skip. And we are, if you look at the screen, you can see, Scott, that, let's see, who has the hammer? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now, just looking at where we are.
West should have the hammer.
West has the hammer, yes. Okay, so I'll go through the rosters first for the 2 teams, and we'll pick up action a little bit more. For Stevens Point, Allie Peckelman, a sophomore, is the first. Kaylee Van Beaver, a senior, second. Ava Oles is the vice or third. She's a senior or a junior. And Emily Rubenzener is a senior, and she's a skip. And she's involved in the skipping right now where they are on the ice. For Wausau West, Lauren Ballo, a junior. Allison Kurth is second. Maya Hoff, a sophomore, is third or vice. And Ella Wendling, their coach's daughter, is a sophomore. And she's going to be there for a few more years, I'm sure of that. Okay, here we go, Scott. You can kind of pick it up as far as strategy and action on the ice for us.
Well, starting out, it looks like Stevens Point got a couple in the house. West has been trying to get a little hit and roll on that shot. Came out a little bit wide. I would guess that Point now will try to guard up that side so they can't get at the rocks they have scoring.
Well, West has the hammer, and they want an opening toward the end. A couple things happened this morning, 8 o'clock game that we did. Number 1, Everest was playing West, and Everest almost the whole front time, the first 4 or 5 ends, they were going long. So they were really struggling with the ice. Now the ice has just been taken care of between events here. So again, they're going to have to get used to it.
Yeah, the ice is ever evolving. They scraped in between games, so it's like starting out with new sheets. Not as bad as a flood, but it definitely can make rocks carry farther. Weight becomes more challenging then for the athletes as they throw. And there's adjustments go on through the involvement of every game.
Well, this is the first rock for Emily Rubenzener. It's pretty open for where we are in this competition.
She come out a little wide and a little heavy on that shot. I think got a little deeper than what they wanted.
There you can see the scoreboard. And before it's over here, we're going to explain it. Scott's going to explain it for us. So Ella Wendling now is heading down to take her first rock and send it off. So Maya Hoff has the broom in the circle, the concentric circle.
And judging by broom placement, looks like they're going to try to get a little hit and roll. They're going to hit off that rock that the broom is next to and then roll to the center.
Pretty much there is a curling language, isn't there? Terminology.
There is a curling language.
I've got about 4 pages of terminology. A good part of it's Scott created. Or Canadians too. I mean, big time.
She got the hit, but she come out a little outside, but it did take one of the point rocks out.
Okay, so now Spash is sitting 1 rock. Nobody in the center.
They're sitting 1 rock, but they got a guard up front. Looks like they're going to try to protect that a little bit more here. West is sitting 2 and 3, so if there is some error, some opening, they might be able to score more.
Okay, this is Spash now back room and center with her second and last. High school is 8 ends, and this is number 1 of the semifinals. The winner here takes on the winner of the other semifinal. That would be Poinette and Portage. And as I said, those 2 teams have won the last 4. Stevens Point won 2 before that.
Definitely some long-lasting programs. They have great coaching, great development of the players.
Wausau West won in 2009 and 11. That's the last 2 for Wausau West championship of the girls. The boys have won more. Well, that's a little long.
She was a little heavy on that shot.
Yeah, it bites, but it's okay. Last shot coming. Belongs to West. Ella Wendling. Pretty much open.
I would suspect she is just going to try to draw and get into the 4-foot, the red-colored section.
Into the button area. She's capable. That's for sure.
And it's a very capable shot. There's enough curl on there to get around that front red.
So they could go from being down 2 to up 1 and take the lead. Every time she gets in that hack and releases, it's the same motion, the same focus.
Very consistent.
Well, she's got Allison Kurth and Lauren Ballo helping her out on the broom, so I think they have enough.
Yeah, they let off. They feel they got enough weight on it.
It's not going to curl, though, I don't think. No, I think Spash takes 1.
Spash is going to steal 1 on this end.
Yeah,
the expectation is score when you have hammer, and if you're unable to do that, then the other team is stealing from you.
Well, they stole 1. Spash leads 1-0 after 1 end. And that means West retains the hammer. I'm sure Ella's a little disappointed with that.
Yeah, I'm sure she was kind of hoping to get that in there, although to just give up 1 and keep the hammer and hopefully get a bigger end on the next one, not too much disappointment.
Well, the saying in curling that I hear all the time is the key ends are 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Correct.
You know, that those are the ones that you concentrate on because you want to pick up something you maybe failed on earlier. And the hammer is a big part of it. So Spash will start out. No time limit here, but they're moving all set to go for the second end. L.A. Pixelman, sophomore, set to release. And it's on the ice, heading with plenty of weight, that looks like. Not a lot of broom action there.
Well, looks
Depends
to be-
upon what they want to do.
Ideally to get a center guard. They don't really want it in the house, but
Yeah.
it's very close. That might be a biter. I don't know. I don't have the top view, but the guards in curling, the first 4 shots from the leads, them are called free guards.
Yeah,
You can
that-
see that one's just outside.
Yeah, there's your view. Shows it's outside.
And them shots, when they're thrown, they can't be taken out through the first 4. If a rock would happen to be hit out, it is actually marked and then placed back in place.
Okay, West first rock. Lauren Ballo. Every once in a while, sweepers will look up ahead at LNC, get some instruction. Not that they can't decide in some occasions to do it on their own, but typically the skip is responsible.
More than not, you'll find the skip is watching the line and how the rock is moving, and the sweepers are watching weight. So they're looking up to see how far they need to go. They know the shot was what was called.
Okay. Placement, strategy, second rock.
Should be looking at another guard out front, somewhere just alongside the one that they already have in play.
Again, the focus for Spash is to not allow that open button at the end. This is a little bit heavier.
It should chip. Gonna roll on.
It's not bad.
Actually made that first rock a biter now too.
Now that top view is nice, isn't it?
It is.
It's hard to really judge speed from our vantage point, so that's not something we are experts on up here at all. It's although sometimes you can tell, especially when it gets across that hog line.
Yeah, that last 10 feet to the house usually becomes a little more apparent of where the rock's going to end up.
Second rock for Ballo. West is the red. Point is the red. Sorry, West is yellow.
Yeah, she actually bumped one of Point's rocks in. Point may want to try to guard that up. That looks like that's the call.
Here you can see, Scott, you can see a full house and the bleachers back there behind the glass.
It's standing room only now.
It is really something. I think it's improved from when I first started, maybe about 5-6 years ago. The attendance at this. But part of it is this is a brand new facility and people didn't know about it for a while. But it'll be the state tournament spot for curling for a long time, I think.
It's actually getting some good notoriety across the country. There's many curlers come here from a lot of other places.
Well, I would believe that. We had one of my helpers, John Worthington, came in one game yesterday, and he was talking about at Stevens Point how they improved their facility with Sentry.
Yeah, they actually built a brand new facility down there as well. I curled down there this last spring in a Bonspiel, and it's a very nice facility.
Yeah, he said it was a real improvement, and he's a student at UW Stevens Point. That's his place for curling. So.
And they took a lot of notes from what they had on building this facility when they constructed that.
I believe it. Yeah. I had a lot of friends that were very involved in planning this and constructing, and still some are volunteers yet for whatever they're needed. So it has an awful lot of support.
Yeah, it looked like West was trying to get in to knock one of them reds last time from Point, but it came out a little wide, but it did open it up. Point's going to try to guard that back up again.
Okay, this is the second rock for Kaylee Van Beaver. I have to check these names because there are 17 ways to spell the same name from 30 years ago or something, which is okay. A little individuality is fine. I have a granddaughter, Haley. You can spell Haley 14 times in different ways, I think. But I know it's hers, and that's the important one. And it's not the same as this one, Haley.
Looked like that curled in a little more than they wanted, but it did help protect the one inside rock.
Okay, back to West. Second rock for Allison Kurth.
Looks like they were talking. They feel they can get enough curl to get inside, possibly get a little hit and roll, hit off the point rock, and then roll in behind all them guards in front.
Well, folks that watch this maybe for the first time, you know, the skip of the other team has to stand behind the active circle, but if it goes past the center line, they can get involved in the sweep. This is a basic takeout, huh?
Yep, they didn't get inside on the rock. Wasn't able to cross the face on it to get a roll, but they did get the rock taken out.
Okay, so now West, if you were counting early, West would have one. But we're only halfway through this end. So we're going to the thirds now. And for point, that's Ava Olds.
Looks like a similar call. Looks like they want to try to hit and roll. One danger in that is they hit on the inside of the yellow stone. It's probably going to jam up on their red behind it. But they do not have hammers, so they'll give up that one if they can get hidden in behind all the guards.
This has plenty of weight to do what it wants to do.
Well, they got it out. They weren't able to roll inside, but it stayed in the house. Looks like they got a good 3 sitting there right now.
Yeah, they went from 1 down to 3 up with 1 rock. That's how fast this game can change. Now, it happens more often early on in end, but it does happen.
And always thing in the back mind is West does have hammer. So as long as it's open, they can always come in.
Right. Okay. Maya Hoff, third for West. This is her first rock toss.
Oh, very nice.
Nice. She's got to be happy with that. She's got some guard out on top, short guard. She's in the red, the 4 foot. Nice shot for Maya.
Ended up well. The only possible disadvantage is it's behind the tee line. I think Point will try to come down and sit on top of that now. Try to outscore it.
And this is the second for Ava Olds.
Definitely looks like draw weight.
Sometimes you can describe a team by their strength. You know, what they like to do, what they typically do. This one got away from her. So back to Maya.
I think West can be a little more aggressive here, and they can try to draw another one in, but stay above the one that they have. They don't want to come down behind the tee line again.
Well, the decision's been made.
Looks like pretty much the same broom she had on the last shot.
Mm-hmm.
They always say the easiest shot to make in curling is the one you just threw.
Yeah. Retrospect, right? Big part of the game. The coulda, shoulda factor. This one has enough weight too.
Yeah, they must be sweeping for line to stay outside of the guard. Oh, should come out a little wide on that.
Well, yeah, we're back to a 3-1 combo like we were a couple shots ago. But now we're down to the skips. 2 rocks.
Looks like she's going to want to try that come down 2 again.
Okay. This is Emily Rubensender. Well, they are teams, aren't they? They got to fix each other's hair. They got to do a lot of different things that they don't know people are watching.
Yep.
Which is fine. I mean, it's just part of the deal. Even basically, for the most part, we're ponytailed because they don't want to get any dirt on the bottom of the rock or the ice.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much to throw a rock off.
Yeah. Okay, this one is an important one for Spash right here. Things could get away from them a little bit if she doesn't do what they want. They've certainly had enough weight, enough speed.
That rock did not curl in.
Wow. You'd say, oh boy, they've got 4 rocks in there, but they don't have the one that counts. And the rest, they don't care how many numbers aren't counting. You can have the
just whichever
house
one,
full and
whichever one's closer to the middle.
Yeah. Well, there are other games like that, so that one's pretty easy to understand. That's not the unique one, part of it. First attempt for Ella Wendling now. As Maya takes over as skip, and they talk it over.
Looking over to the other side to see if there's any possibility to score from there. There has been a number of rocks thrown at the right side as we look at it. And all of them seem to have been carrying wide, not really curling. So this might be the adjustment to hopefully be able to curl something in, get it down into the 4 foot.
Mm-hmm. Spash scored 1 in end 1, so they have the lead. This is end 2. We're early in this one. But as early as we are, I think you still get a sense these are competitive teams.
Definitely teams that know what they're doing, and they know how they want to play the game, and they come at it, and they can make good shots. Good curlers top to bottom on both teams.
This is Ellis first. Spash would probably give him one and get the hammer and say, okay.
They would be okay with that.
Yeah. She's trying to make it 2.
Looks like it might be curling a little early.
Boy, that is making a change, isn't it? Across the almost center line now, and going to basically be another guard. Got a Christmas tree out there. Okay. She still has one more shot, though. So Emily now with her final. For Spash, Stevens Point Area Senior High.
Looks like they did move the broom in a little bit. I think they're hoping, with how them lax rocks went, that that this might be able to curl in here.
If they're not successful, Ella Wendling for West will have wide open for another point on that 1/2. I mean,
yeah, and she won't have to worry about burying behind guards or anything. All it has to be is a score. And
just draw.
And it looks like just an 8 foot, just into the white would be good.
The complexion could change right now. But this is their last rock, so if it doesn't happen now, it's not going to happen.
Starting to come. I don't know if she's going to get quite into where she wants to be, but
No. No. So there you have it. Ella Wendling, down 1-0, has one. Unless she really goose up somehow, she's not going to do that. She's going to go for another one.
her options would be to try to draw like they've been trying, or in this case, looks like they're just going to try to take the shot that Point just made.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of risk reward. It is possible if she comes out wide, she could angle the Point's rock into the one they have closest to the button, but pretty consistent shot, just a nose hit.
You can see the splash gals back there watching. Sometimes they watch to see what the other skip does, how it works, or how, the ice and other factors. She's got plenty on it.
She come out a little wide. She didn't hit the rock that she wanted.
Well, she got one. So we've gone to N2 now, and we're even at one, and the hammer now belongs to Spash. We've done so many games in the last couple of days that were, I wouldn't say blowouts, but uneven competition and results. I'm just happy to see it's tied at 1 after 2. And that's happening in not just curling and high school level. If you look at basketball scores, football scores, wrestling scores, more and more and more, Scott, you see lopsided scores. Because schools either have programs or they don't have programs. Good ones.
Yeah.
And some of it's just the function of the culture of the school. Some of it's a coach. Some of it's a little, community support. But that's the way it is.
Yeah, I call them dynasties or however you want to go about it. There's some schools always seem like they're in the top echelon, always making it to the finals, and always seem to be dominating a lot of the other, and I think a lot of it's coaching. You get a good program, good coach, really can develop players. Not much different than curling.
Yeah, and curling, for the girls themselves to get started, like you said earlier, at a certain age where, they can have some success and also learn and do it right, play it right. And boys too, but some of them go beyond that. Some are satisfied, okay, I'm going to curl in high school, curl in a club, and that's it.
Yeah.
And others, no, like Amelia Hintz, who helped me out with I'll call it color, first game yesterday. She's going to the Junior Worlds in Fussen, Germany. Well, okay.
That's something.
That's unreal.
There's a few curlers from Wisconsin that have gotten together and done well.
Mm-hmm. Well, in the Olympics, and I think the Olympics has helped curling publicity-wise and knowledge-wise a great deal. Okay, now you can see the score, 1-1. Spash got their one in the first end. West got their one in the second end.
Yeah, the scoring in-house, obviously we have it digitally on screen here, but in-house, when we look at it again, hopefully we'll get a little closer look after this shot.
Or we could go about that during a timeout if there's a timeout. Okay, we're in N3. We're moving right along, and this is the second shot for West now. Spash does the hammer, so Lauren Ballo, second shot. They're
come in a little heavy. The plan was to throw a guard up in front of the rock that they put in at first, but she come in a little heavy and stayed a little wide. Spash now is going to try to split the house. They have one in the house on the right side, and they're going to try to get one on the left. The theory about that is the team can't take out both rocks. It's a way to ensure you can score 2 if it plays out appropriately.
That looks a little heavy too. Well, maybe it'll sit in
They're doing a lot of
a
sweeping.
12. It'll get there. Be okay. In the 8. White.
That should be first count.
Well, they did what they wanted to. Now again, Spash has the hammer. And this is the first shot for the second for West, Allison Kurth. Oh, yes, the middle's wide open, but it's early. And, you know, one of the few times we haven't seen a lot of guards involved as part of their effort.
She's coming in with a little bit of weight here. Gonna try to take that.
Well, she did, but
Spilled her own rock as well.
yeah, but
I guess the intent was completed.
yeah. Okay. Go back now to
Points decision making. I think they may wind up trying to take this out. They'll still be sitting 2 rocks, not necessarily close to each other. So they're not worried about getting doubled out.
Ashley Van Beemer. This is Allie Pickelman. Might be pronounced Pichelman.
Looks like it's coming down pretty good right now. Just starting to get some curl, but
Wow.
hopefully not too much. And it does look like it.
Oh boy, did it ever take off. What happened?
I think she needed a little more broom. The broom was called right down the center line. It looked like she was right on broom. It was riding down the center line, and then it's just the amount of curl coming away from the center. Weight was fine. It just needed to give it a little more broom to ensure the hit.
Okay.
Now it looks like West is going to try to take out Point's other rock, so they're sitting 2.
Allison Kurth for a second. Just keeping in mind as we watch here that right now Point has the hammer. And it's early, and 3, and we're tied at 1, and
That was a good shot.
nice shot. Now West is starting to set something up. They've got something in the middle. They've got a guard for the back
And Point will try to
tee line.
take both of these out. They get a good nose hit on it. It should knock the first rock and split off of the second rock. And that would also leave their rock sitting right about on the center line.
But what it has done, Scott, is put them on the defensive more. In other words, they have to make the shots. We'll see. Oh boy, are they picking up speed. This is going to do something. If it hits either one of them, okay. They got the back one. Is that an illusion on my part that they're picking up speed?
I think it's kind of an illusion. It looks like it's coming down in the camera angle, I think, is making it.
I'm just wondering about that because I haven't noticed it before the last couple of shots. What's going on?
Try to watch the rock as it comes where the broom is called and how it's running on the lines. That rock was starting to curl a lot too, but she had a little more weight on it than the previous one.
Okay. This is Wausau West. Maya Hoff. Third. Okay, this is more.
They're going to try to guard up the one they have sitting on the button. Looks like they're just going to come right down on it.
Yeah. Okay, they've got 2 in the count right now in good place. So they're putting pressure on pointers. Not pointers. That's the college. On point. Stevens Point.
Starting to run low on rocks. It's going to be hard for Point to, if they are going to score more than one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This
Very nice shot.
there. She maybe somebody clapping below is watching this because that was a nice shot. That was a really nice shot.
And one advantage, as you look on the house screen, the shooter rock did actually stay in. It's
Yeah.
a biter on the side.
As much as it's just a bite over there, it still counts. So, how many times do you see an empty basic circle house with a little bite going to mean something here? But it's early again. We've got 6 more shots to go. So here's
Point's going to see, or West is going to see what they can do about taking that rock out.
yeah. This is Maya Hoff, the sophomore. We've covered both of these teams here on Wausau Area Access Media in this tournament, and they both have done a really, really nice job. That's why they're in the semifinals.
A lot of strategy. I've seen games from both teams. As I said before, good curlers top to bottom. They definitely know what they're doing out there. Kind of like we spoke earlier, the coaches aren't out on the ice with them. They're behind the glass, so the athletes need to make the decisions on their own.
Ava Olds. Third for Spash. This is her first rock. Second rock, sorry.
Just need to get it in the house. That'll get them scoring too. Very tight.
Well, they've got it.
Good sweeping.
You could call curling a game of inches now, couldn't you?
That you could. That's where we're at right now at this end.
Wow, okay. Well, back to the skips.
Wes is going to try to curl and come behind the rock that was just thrown. Try to use that as a guard.
Okay. Ella Wendling with her initial rock. West is a young team, couple juniors, couple sophomores.
And here they are in the semis. I got
Yeah.
a feeling we're going to see them for a couple more years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Doing a little bit of directional sweeping. Trying to get the
can
rock
see,
to curl a little bit more.
More and more directional. And to use that, well, not quite, but
That's a very nice shot.
it's in a good spot. 8 foot.
It is accessible.
But what West is doing basically right now is assuring that Spash is not going to score a lot of points. They're going to maybe get one.
They're trying to hold them where they can only get one with the hammer.
Yeah.
And Spash obviously having them 2 biters on the outside would like nothing more than to get rid of that West stone that they just threw.
Right. Okay. First shot, Emily Rebenzer, senior skip. Handshake release.
Looked like it was right on broom. Trying to get it to curl a little more.
No, this is going to go all the way through.
That changes the complexity of the game right now.
It seems like both teams are having a little trouble with speed and weight here.
Takeouts have been a challenge. West will try to guard up that rock they have sitting now and hopefully get a steal.
Yeah, they have the opportunity. You know, because if they have, actually, they have a great opportunity to get one. Not just an opportunity.
She's going to try to put a rock and get it, so maybe it gets up and bites onto the 8-foot. Definitely just needs to be in farther than the 2 reds on the outside.
Right. Spash will have an opportunity for a takeout or a replacement point here, or with a draw, no matter what happens with this one. But
I think she's getting a little deeper than what she was wanting.
well, also, yeah.
Now, Smash will have the opportunity to maybe double them out with the rocks being that close.
Well, she could get both out, and they'd have
And then they would be sitting 3.
3, yeah. So here you go. This is N3, and look at where we are in terms of scoring already, with 1 rock making the difference. That happens time and time and time again. That's one of the good parts about the sport, too. Every rock has some significance.
Yeah, all players, all rocks. They have a place where it's going to have an effect on the end of the game. Lead rocks all the way down to the last skip rock as we're watching here. Definitely a team sport.
Either she's going to be very happy or a little bit disappointed.
Looks like they're trying to get a little more curl out of it.
Well, they've got...
It's getting close. They just got to get behind the guard.
Well, they got 1 out of it.
They did get 1. They didn't get the double, but...
They got 1, so... The hammer now goes back to West, and we are competitive.
It's a close game.
Yes.
2 very good teams going at it.
There we go. 2-1 Spash after 3. Now there's your more typical scoring version. And we'll look at the combination of the two if there's a timeout sometime during the competition. N4, 2-1 Spash. West with a hammer. You have to give Spash a little credit for that last shot.
That was a mighty fine shot. If she would have missed that, that definitely would not have fared well, losing 2 on a steal.
This is the first rock for Allie Pishelman.
Trying to get that center guard.
Mission accomplished.
Very nice shot.
Now Lauren Barlow on the alternate. They alternate rocks. And when we talk about the hammer, that team has the last rock out of the number, sent down the, what is it, 16 total?
Correct. Looked like she was trying to call to come behind that point guard right away.
She's got to get over it a little bit.
Curling a little more than what they were wanting. I believe this is going to crash. Still ended up okay.
Okay, second rock. Allie Pishelman.
Gonna shoot for a take and roll.
She's the one left-handed curler I've seen these days in this tournament, Allie. But she's done some really nice work for them.
There's a couple left-handed curlers on the point team. Very nice shot.
Okay, now we go back to West. And the second shot for Lauren Barlow.
Looks like we're going to shoot for a draw behind again.
Haven't seen a lot of draws so far.
Looks like a good release. Pretty much on broom. Unfortunately, it looks to be a little heavy.
Yep. Yeah, that doesn't help. In some games you see a lot of that. In some games you don't see any of it. We did a game yesterday that one team was really struggling, and they had a timeout, and they came out of the timeout because they were going all the way through the ice. I mean, through the circle, time and time again. So they ended up using a draw approach more, and they really settled down and did okay. It was too far behind to catch up, but it was a different game for them. Just to, slow it down.
Yeah, this shot here was they were trying to put a guard up in front, and again, went all the way through. Problem can happen when you put the broom in the same place as the previous stone, and the pebble kind of breaks down, and the rock will carry a lot farther, a lot faster.
Yeah. Okay, we're just moving right along. Allison Kurth, second for West.
And their call is a draw behind, same as the last one. We're going to try to get behind one of them guards in front.
Well, that's
just bad. As long as it isn't too heavy.
Yeah, that's what, 3 in a row now?
This one might hang around.
Oh, it is. It is. Well, it's something for him. A splash.
Point looks like they're going to try to put that guard back up in front. Not having hammer, they like to have a lot of junk in front of the house. Makes it hard for West to score.
Yeah. West has that one in the back behind the tee line, so they've got something there.
This one doesn't have as much weight. They're sweeping hard to try to carry it down. Looks like this is going to settle in pretty good for what they wanted.
Okay. Well, part of their strategy, Scott, I would think, would be the fact that West has the hammer, so
try to not make it easy for them to get rocks in the house. So you get a lot of guards in front, and the good point is they're close guards. So now this also can become an offensive stone as well by raising them in the house and then replacing it with your throwing rock. Would then become a new guard.
Let's see how West responds here.
There's a little opening there.
Allison Kurth.
Try to draw through. Looks like it's going to over curl and just bump points rocks in.
And that one, well, looks like a bite. Yeah, it is.
Point with two biters, and West has one just on the outside of the 8, or the 12.
Okay. First rock for Ava Olds.
It looked like this one was another. They're going to try to draw around and in, but this is going to over curl, and she's a little bit light.
Yeah, it's not doing what. I mean, didn't really do anything. It's out there. You know, it's not a threat to go in the circle from another rock either, because
It does set up West a little bit, though. Like, call that a loaded gun when you have two
Yeah.
rocks that are pointed in. It
Yep.
makes a pretty easy raise. West is going to try to draw here, though.
pretty much satisfied with what's happening as far as what they can do about it.
The line was good, but a little heavy.
No, it's yeah. Oh,
Did catch on one of the back point
okay.
rocks.
Wow.
And the point is going to kind of try to follow that right down and sit on top of that West rock that was just thrown.
Yeah, watching that skip for Spash sweeping, trying to get rid of that rock, and it runs in. It's their own out. She's got to think, oops. She probably didn't see it. She was so busy sweeping. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Think about it.
A lot going on for a skip, you know, especially when rocks don't do exactly what's planned.
Mm-hmm.
And then what's it going to do, and what's it going to affect?
Okay.
Well, it took away the loaded gun for West. And it did put another rock up there. It's going to start getting more challenging to get rocks in.
West has the hammer. Second shot here for Maya Hoff.
You're going to try to draw around, try to stay above the tee line. This would help prevent Point from being able to follow it in, and could give them a third count. Sitting 2 right now. That rock got a little wide, and it's just gonna hang out there. Are we gonna get a bite out of it?
Oh, there you go. Not all bad.
Kind of the same problems we had in the last end going
It
this way.
is.
Rocks were hanging out there, and
Yeah.
I'm sure the skips are thinking of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Spash skip first rock. Emily Rebenzer. You can see the scoreboard below and the scoreboard up above, and they say the same thing with a different language. Emily is senior. They're with Caleb and Beaver, both the seniors for Spash, so they've been around. Been in this situation dozens of times.
Looked like they were trying to raise, judging by where the broom was. Oh, crashed a little early.
Well, right now, those 3 bites, or they're not necessarily bites, actually, they're pretty solid in, are there.
Yeah, Point's only got the 1 rock at
Yeah.
the top of the house, but
Right.
the other 3 for West. Out column.
Yeah. Let's see what Ella and Maya come up with here for a strategy.
Looks like they're contemplating raising that 1 stone they have out above the house.
Well, it's there for the moving. I mean, you know, she's certainly capable of doing that.
Definitely capable of making the shot. Pretty much needs to hit it on the nose just a little bit outside, angle it in just a touch. But that'll leave her shooter rock stay out front. And should move them in for a fourth count with only 2 rocks remaining after the shot.
Yeah. I think she's on target.
Don't know if it was enough. It looks pretty close on the front.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's a West Rock, but that's from the angle I have.
Angles can mean a lot.
Oh yeah. So here we go now. Emily Rebenzer, the skip for Spash. This is her last rock. There is room. There's an open port for a draw.
It looks to be the shot called.
I would think so. I would think so. Actually, because if she can get through there and she draws well, fine, they'll have one. But she could also, just tip the back rock and sit there and they'd lose one. So, she's got a couple of options here to salvage this end. And she was successful last end with what she needed to do, so.
There is a little backing. If she comes in that port and is a little heavier, there's the 2 yellow stones in the back. She could just come down on top of one of them,
right,
which would still outcount everything.
Yep.
Looks like she changed her shot, though. She likes to draw from the outside.
Well, okay. I think we're going to have a nice count here for West coming up.
I don't know if she's inside of that yellow. Looks close.
Well, she did one thing. I think they got 2, right?
Well, she took the one out, and it looks like that rock will outcount the West stone on top.
Right.
The bottom 2, that's pretty close to call. We might need a measurement on them.
Boy, this is tight. But
West with the hammer. Can try to take that stone out and still come back with 4.
Yep. Boy, would that change the complexion. Wow. But that's what happens, You have these good teams, and one good shot can change the complexion of it. And West is going to play safe now, but they're going to try, they're not going to lose anything if they aren't totally successful. They've got two points there.
She looked to be on broom.
Mm-hmm.
It is curling out.
She might be successful.
She's going to get outside of it.
She's just going to go outside. So I think it's 2 from here, but might be more.
The one right on the middle is definitely in closer. The other 2, I am unsure. We'll see if the thirds decide they need to measure it, or if they're gonna have an agreement on what it is.
Well, but they've agreed, so let's see what.
We'll have to wait and see what they hang up. I could not tell from my vantage point.
I don't know. I really don't know. Interesting. We do know that Spash picked up a point.
West.
I mean West, yeah.
West had at least 1. It might be 2.
Yeah. Okay, we've finished 4 ends now, and we're waiting for the
Fine.
results.
Final confirmation of what our score will be.
Yeah. Going to the 5th end.
It looks like a timeout was called.
Yeah, okay. Well, if we can get the scoreboard up during this time, yes, it was. We'll give Scott a chance here to explain in English the scoring system for curling. Yeah, it is. There it is. There, that's the shot we were looking for. Okay, it's all yours, Scott.
Well, they haven't hung the fourth
No,
points yet.
We're waiting for that.
The blue line in the middle, them are just numbers for scoring. And then as it progresses, that's where you keep track of your score. The red and the yellow are obviously the team banners, and the ends are counted by the 1s, 2s, and 3s and 4s that are pulled up. In this case, the first end, which is the number 1, was won by red. That's why it's hanging in the red banner, and it's hanging over the number 1, which means they had 1 point. So looking at the scoring, I can tell exactly how this game played out, even if it was all the way to 10 ends.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, second end played, yellow scored 1 point. So the number 2, being for the second end, was hung in the yellow banner right where the 1 point is. The third end played, which is then scored by red, and they scored 1 point. So 1 was added to the 1, so they hung the number 3 for the third end above the number 2. So now they have 2 points after 3 ends, and yellow would have 1. We'll wait to see where the number 4 gets hung up, because that's the end we just played. The assumption is we were thinking that West had 2 points. If that is the case, then they would hang the number 4 in the yellow banner for West, and they would hang it right below the number 3, being as they scored 2 points added to the 1 that they had for the number 2 end.
Okay, we're already into the 5th end, and the third puts the score up, so we're waiting for that. That's their responsibility. But they must have agreed on it, because they didn't ask for a measurement. And
No, they clean the rocks off, and many times the third will hang after this first rock gets thrown.
Right.
They're down at that end of the ice.
Sure. Okay, that was the first rock. N5. Now, they already decided that West was going to score, because they've already decided their
West scored because they threw the first rock. And here's the third is going to hang the number 4, and it looks like they agreed that West only got 1 point.
Whoa.
So now we are tied 2-2.
Okay. So Spash was able to hold despite all that opportunity.
Correct.
Wow.
Two good teams going at it here.
First rock for Pishelman. Draw in the white blue.
Going on the outside, looking at splitting the house. West is saying, I have none of that. I'm going to take your rock out.
Just keep in mind now that in this one now, Spash has the hammer.
I stand corrected. Looks like it was a broom out for a draw to come back in. I didn't see her put placement down for the broom, but it looks like that's what they're going to try to do. Try to stay behind that first guard they threw. She looks like she's got a little bit of weight on her, but it should settle nice. Very nice shot.
It does, yeah. That's a good shot. Very good shot. Second rock now for Pishelman, Allie. She's a sophomore. West, third, and Skip are both sophomores. You talk about a future.
Yeah.
That's your leadership right there.
Your leadership, and they got a couple more years to play. Looks like Point's going to try to come down on top of their first rock. Freeze down on it. That'll make it so you can't take them both out.
We are watching the semifinals of the state tournament here in Wausau at the curling club, curling rink. And 32 teams started yesterday morning. We're down to 8 right now. And she's busy. Ellie's busy.
She was deciding which way she wanted to go, and looks like she's going to try to curl down and sit on top of Point's rock. It's sitting on the edge of the 8-foot. Again, looking for the freeze. If you can get it down where the rocks are touching, that makes your rock very challenging to get it taken out.
Well, out of the 4 brackets, this Stevens Point defeated East Portage and Kimberly. They were unbeaten. West also 3-0, defeated Everest, Lodi, and Wausau East 2. In fact, all 4 semifinalists were 3-0. There wasn't any, decision to make based on their competition with each other, which is the tiebreaker. Same thing happened in the boys. No, tiebreaker, which is how did you do with the other team?
Kind of what you referenced earlier with having these teams or schools that have been in the finals. They're kind of the names that we're looking at here.
Yeah, it sure is. Yes, it is. Poinette, Partyville, Portage, Wausau West, Spash. Yep. Well, that guard's gone. Again, Spash has the hammer. And this one is starting out now as we're getting to the second shot for the second. Very different than the last one. Very different. Well, they say a million different ways to look at a circle.
Every end has a new strategy, and you can come at it with a similar approach, but how shots land can change your thoughts on what to do immensely. Every the Rocks play, and as much as these skips try to plan out whether it's splitting the house or guarding and coming behind, or some play takeout games, but depending on how each end ends up, that can change your philosophy a lot. Looks like Point's going to try to come down and get rid of that one West stone.
Well, the other factor is each of these positions, first, second, third, or skip, they require different skills because they're typically facing different situations. One might be a draw, one might be better at takeoff, one might be, whatever.
Yeah, there's definitely tendencies for each position, what
Right.
kind of shots they throw as ends develop. Looks like West is going to try to guard up their stone in by the 4-foot again. She's going to get a little deeper than what she thought, though.
Well, they've got 2 rocks there so far.
Them rocks are close enough together to try to double out.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no port. There's no other way. Here's the release. By
She looked pretty
Ava Olds.
pretty much on broom.
She's going to do something.
Gonna get the
gonna
right
do
one
something.
of the two.
Oh, well, she does. Well, she replaces. So right now they have one in scoring position. One rock. So they're one and West is 2-3. So it wasn't all bad. We're in with the second shot for the thirds. So this is Maya Hoff's second shot.
Looked like the call was to try to hit the point rock and roll in a little bit.
It will.
And she got a hit.
Yeah, she did it.
Didn't quite get inside enough to get the roll.
But they've got the two rocks back. Almost the same situation. There's a couple back. Very similar. Very similar strategy set up now for Ava Olds.
She's going to hope to get a little hit and roll on this too. Take it out and then roll over closer to where they had the other red stone.
She's got plenty of weight, I think.
Yeah, that's good takeout weight.
Well,
She was a little wide, hit the other stone,
Yeah.
and then wound up, unfortunately, spilling out of the house.
yeah. Well, we're into the skips now, and there isn't much on the circle in the house at all, as far as points
Yeah, we're setting up
potential.
for another low-scoring end again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, we tied at 2, and it's been 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. Very unusual. Very even. And we're in the fifth end, so we're in the back end of the competition in terms of activity, play. Okay. Ella Wendling. With a nice release.
Looks like we're trying to guard up our shot again. Looks like that's going to settle in very nice for her.
She accomplished what she wanted there, didn't she, Scott?
She certainly did.
You know, it changes the complexion of what West has done. Has changed what Spash wants and can do.
She did leave a little opening, though. I think that Spash has an opportunity to still get at that rock they have in the house. Whether we can get enough of it to still be able to keep the shooter stone in the house.
Now, my question here: would a curl be involved? Importance? A little bit.
Yeah. If she would throw a lighter weight or a down weight takeout, that would allow for more curl, which then she could then hopefully get in front of the stone that she's trying to hit out.
Okay. Well, they're trying to bring it back a little
She's
bit.
around the guard. Oh, yeah, very nice. Very nice shot.
Somebody's watching.
Yep.
We can tell.
Hearing the applause of the crowd as well.
And we know which team they're cheering for. Okay, nice shot. She's had some good ones.
That she has.
You know, Emily Rubenzer Tell you, that was one of the better ones of this match so far. Now West, last rock.
Gracie, the front one.
They're, I'm not saying they're on the defensive, but they have to do something other than just protect, which was what they were hoping after putting a guard out there.
Every skip hopes that the shots that they have to throw is just to guard things up, that the house is all set up for you, and you're scoring points. Unfortunately, West is not in that position. She's going to need to try to get her rock in, either to hide behind and still outscore, or in this case, it looks like they might be trying to just take that one out and maybe roll in.
Well, they would need a little bit of a roll.
Otherwise, it'll be staying out for a point to just take it right back.
Yeah.
Release looked good. Broom call was right down the center line. That's where she's throwing. And we'll see if we can hold the curl where we want to be. Just made it behind the guard.
Nice.
Very nice shot.
Now, however,
didn't get the roll all the way over that we wanted.
Spash has one, right?
Spash is sitting one. They can take this to sit two.
Yeah. This one played out pretty much with some good shots, what they tried to do all the way through.
Yeah, definitely met the expectations of what the skips were calling.
Right.
And ending result, the team with the hammer, what you kind of try to shoot for is to score 2 points. It looks like, pending something drastic happening, that's what point we'll end up with.
Emily Rubenzer, she has her same focus. I mean, she's got it down. Same rhythm, same focus.
Oh, I'm afraid she might spill out, though. Nope, she did stay.
No, she did. They got two. They have two. Not a lot in the house, but what they have is theirs. So it's.
There was question mark about. I think a player might have touched that stone.
Yeah.
Looks like the thirds had a discussion that it would have still been outside of what the other two were.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 2 for Spash. So after the end 5 is complete, it is 4-2. Spash leading Wausau West girls in the semifinal of this state championship competition from the Wausau Country Curling Club. There you have it. 4-2, 3 ends to go. And the way this has been playing out, Scott, it's going to go to the finish.
We're probably going to be down to the last rock.
Yes. Very, very possible. Very good. That's the way we like it. You always want to see, at any level, good competition where you go into something with a chance to win. And they're both in this thing with good feelings about what they've done, even in this tournament and for the year, and now their chances. So that's healthy.
Yeah, both teams are throwing well. They would have no reservation of how they're playing. It's really been nip and tuck about how the rocks are ending up, and right now the game is definitely wide open with 3 ends to go.
Okay, this is N6 beginning. Now West giving up the 2 rocks. They have the hammer. So Spash leads off with Allie Pischelman, their sophomore, in the lead role.
Very nice first guard.
Yeah. this is where we want it. Okay, I'll put it there. That's kind of what happened.
Just keeping her skip satisfied.
This is Ella's skip for West now. Signing it up for her teammate, her first Lauren Ballo.
She's going to try to get out a corner guard.
Well, becoming spectators, those sweepers.
Yeah, she's coming in a little deeper than what the called shot was.
Yeah, it's below the tee line a little bit, looks like. I'm being honest with you, Scott. I'm just glad we've got a good competition. I've gone through so many washouts this tournament, and you know, when you pick who you're going to cover and all this kind of stuff, you don't know in the beginning, and then as it develops later, you think you've got something, and they were good games, and the girls and the boys both played hard, but we just didn't have this kind of competition. This is the way it should be, right here.
Yeah, this is very exciting. Lopsided games, they're not fun to play, not fun to watch. But they do end up that way. It's just the way.
Well, yes. Well, curling is a sport where, you know, how many points do you have total? I mean, it's not 70-64 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's you know, typically under double digit. So one bad end or a couple and can make a big difference. I suppose you could almost compare that to soccer in a way. You can have a, you know, 2-1 and have a good one, or it could be 6-1. But it's not a lot of scoring. It's just.
Looks like Lauren's got another good shot to split the house. 2 rocks on the opposite side of the tee line.
Well, that's a nice setup for us. Second shot now for Pishelman. Now we go to the second. Boy, they're moving along. Kaylee Van Beaver. One of 2 seniors on there.
She's going to try a hit and roll. This is that side of the ice that both teams have been having some challenges with curling.
Right. Yep, you're right. Just the basic take out. Replacement.
West is going to try to do the same thing.
Allison Kurth. Her first shot.
We are noticing that the skips do have the brooms a lot closer to the rock now than they did on previous shots. Point's last shot, which was successful, was the same place.
Yep.
And looks like West is going to follow suit.
No question what they want to do.
Got a piece of it, but not enough to take it out. Just kind of put them into the house a little more. Now that rock is guarded up.
That's on me.
Well, one team, here's a good example. One team successful and the next one not. So here we are. Changed the whole complexion of it.
Point without hammer, they'll try to guard that rock up as much as they can.
Okay, this is the second shot now for Kaylee Van Beerber.
Looks like pretty good guard weight. Rock's just starting to curl past the sweep line. Going to get a little higher, I think, than what they anticipated. It's going to be in a straight line with the other one.
Yeah. Okay. We're pretty much midway through this N6 with Splash on top, 4-2 over Wausau West in this semifinal. The winner moves to the championship game to follow to determine the girls' champion for 2023. Been a while since West was the champion. 2009 they were champs. 2011 Wausau West. Splash 6 years ago they were the champion, and I think they won 2 years in a row.
West was trying to do a hack weight
That's fine.
take,
Oops.
but it wound up
Oops.
curling too much, and
Yeah.
Point's going to try to put guards back up again.
It's early to talk about who's got the point in there or points in there, but right now Splash has one in there.
They're sitting one. West has the second count, and then Point has the third count.
Ava Olds. Her first rock.
Weight looks good, but it looks like it's starting to curl early.
Yeah, that's
We have over curled a little bit.
yeah.
I think West is going to have an open shot at that point rock on the button.
And that's their goal right now. And they've got the curlers to do it. First, it's up to Maya Hoff, their third.
Nice. That's on me. Good throw.
Looks like that's going to come in good. Not a lot of weight. I don't know if it's going to take it all the way out.
Well, I think enough to put them in 2-1 shape instead of 1-2 and count. It's close.
Yeah, I would believe West to be sitting 1 and 2 right now. But the port is still there.
Okay. This is Maya's second shot.
You see Maya, as she sees it, as she throws the rock, calling out some direction for the sweepers. That definitely helps on the early part of the throw. And the skip will call it on the end. Very nice.
Nice shot.
Again, just not quite enough weight to get it all the way kicked out. But did cut West down. They're only sitting 1 now.
Yeah, West with a hammer and Maya Hoff with her second rock.
Now the decision to make of how do we get that rock out and still be able to score with the hammer. A lot of conversation between the third and the skip right now.
That says it all. That says it all. Okay. Actually, that's Kaylee. No, Ava Olds out there as the, she's the skip. She's normally not in charge
Yeah.
as much as the other gal. That was cute.
That might be the shot to take. Just open it up.
Okay.
Now we're coming out. Looks like we're more going to try to draw down.
Okay, Maya Hoff.
This could be a setup shot.
Yeah, Maya Hoff is her release. I had the wrong team for the gal. Well, she's calling out some directions right away too, Maya.
Communication is a big part on the curling team.
Oh yeah. Well, and they know each other so well. I mean, come on, they practice together, they've competed together, and they have the same home area. I'm sure Spash and West and East and Everest, they, play quite a bit with each other and against each other.
They grow relationships over the years.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And West and East and DC Everest all practice together in this facility.
Yeah, this is all their home ice here. And what a place to have for a home ice. Wow. Yeah. Well, we each have 2 rocks, but West has the hammer remaining. So Emily Rebenzer, the skip, is going to go down and take her first attempt at mixing things up the way they want it.
Looks like the plan is to take out West rock on right on the tee line and hopefully roll into the button. Not a lot of room with the guards in front, but definitely looks like it could be a makeable shot.
This skip, though, this girl here, Emily, has had some good shots. She's done her job pretty well.
Oh, it looks like I called wrong. Look here, we're going to try to draw and bump up. Very good shot, but still a little short.
Yep, just a hair. Yeah, just a little bit. But you're looking at accuracy, you're looking at weight, you're looking at, so many factors on a shot like that. If you evaluate it statistically, it's pretty good.
Yeah, she's definitely made a high percentage of her shots today.
Yeah.
Now West, 2 shots remaining, one of them being the hammer. I just got to figure a way to get something in closer than the 4-foot.
Yeah, again, Spash with that 4-2 lead. They'll give up one. Still have the hammer and the lead on the board.
Definitely be sitting in a good position.
Yep. Well, a little indecision, but now they know what they want to do.
Looks like a guard just help make sure that Stevens Point doesn't get anything else in there.
Right.
There's not a lot of open opportunities anymore for either team. As compared to the previous ends that were pretty clean the whole.
Yeah, this
whole
one is bottled up. Okay. Emily Rebenzer with her last rock. Last chance. West with the hammer, so they've got one more.
Looks like they might be trying to do a double raise here. Try to hit theirs on the outside, run it into the rock that's right at the top of the 4-foot, and hopefully knock it in closer than West Stone.
She's conversing a little bit with one of her mates. She just handles herself with confidence.
Every shot comes out, and it looks
just,
like she knows where she's going.
She really does. But it didn't pan out this time.
Come out a little wide. Again, that's that same side that they aren't getting a lot of curl on.
Right. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's that left side as we look at it is just, it's strong. I mean, they're fast. Okay, now West has one on the board, right? Or on the circle. Let's see if I'm looking at this right. Yeah, I think they have one.
Yep, the one on the bottom of
on the bottom of the 4-foot. It's going to be difficult for them to get another one, isn't it? Because of where those rocks are.
With all the guards in front, not a lot of room to beat that.
You probably don't want to even take a chance on it. I mean, you couldn't draw anywhere that would be worth a point, really. We'll see what Ella decides to do.
Looks like that might be what they're going to try to call. See if they can't come around just around that outside red and maybe catch in enough. But as we just said, we haven't been proving a lot of curl coming in from this side.
No.
So
it's fast.
Pretty safe shot, I guess. Not necessarily going to cause any bad things to happen.
Yeah, she's going out wide.
Yeah, just going to hang out there.
Okay, so there's another one for West on the board, and now it's Spash 4, West 3, as we head to end 8. I'm sorry, end 7. You can see the score.
Still very tight. Still, Stevens Point with a obvious advantage, coming back into it, being ahead 1, and we'll have the hammer with 2 ends to go. And top house guard for the first call. Looks to be pretty decent weight for long. And point going out for the corner guard. And ended up with a little biter. Second shot for West. Looked like they were trying to call it in the house behind their first guard. Looks to be a pretty nice shot. That rock almost looked like it put on the brakes as it hit the tee line. Looks like Point checked the call from going to the other side of the house, and they figure they can get at that rock, and we're going to take it out. Going to need a little curl to come back. She's a little wide. And just couldn't come back with the weight that we had on it for a takeout.
Oh, don't hit the tripod. Tripod.
West, not with hammer, electing to try to put up a guard. Protect that shot they have in the house. First looks like good guard weight. See how it settles in for him. Starting to curl back. Should marry up right along the other guard and sit fine for him. And Point don't like them two guards sitting there. They're gonna try to peel them out. Trying to hold the rock. It's curling hard on him initially. Still made the shot. Good sweep. Open things up for Point. West going to try to draw in again. Looks to be a very, very good stone settling in. Should help guard the back one as well.
Well, Scott, I'm back. They don't have half times and quarters in,
Nope.
in curling. It's more like a bowling or some of those sports. You know, appreciate it. Now you can put it on your resume. Curling commentator. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, we're about halfway through the end. West has made a few good shots, sitting 1 and 2 in the house. Stevens Point trying to keep it clean so they can hopefully score more at the end. The hammer.
Okay, thank you. We are at the midpoint, aren't we, of this one? So, Spash with the hammer. This is Maya Hoff for West. One thing in communication now as they try to set it up.
Gonna try to come down and guard them 2 stones that they have that are count right now.
Mm-hmm. You can tell how close this is when you look at that scoreboard and it says 246. You know, every other one, something. Ends that they've scored in.
A little wide, a little deep.
Okay.
See if Point can try to take a couple of them out.
For Point, that middle's pretty much open yet, so. And they have the hammer. This has been a good one. 1-zip, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 4-2, 4-3. I mean, couldn't ask for a more competitive competition. You know, everybody scores. Somebody scores every end. But never more than 2. And that you can trace back to the quality of the players.
It's going to get enough, not quite enough to get the second rack out. It did get it out far enough for Point's rock that's out in the 12-foot to outcount.
Right.
West still first count right now.
We could go into this even. We really could. 4-4 or whatever, very easily. And if that were the case, the hammer would belong to Spash. So, you know, West has to try if they can do a little more. They're not satisfied to tie, that's for sure. And that's not their aim at all.
Right now they're going to take out this rock. It'll help prevent Point from getting more than just one.
Second rock for Maya Hoff.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, good. Okay. One more for Ava Olds. And third. See a lot of yellow in that house. But that doesn't mean it's going to end up that way. It's open.
Yeah, plenty open for a hammer shot for Point. We're going to try to take one out. Maybe get a little roll somewhere so it isn't so open.
Well,
That worked out very nicely.
yeah, it did. Yeah, they probably sit 4, but barring them.
Right now, that Point rock that's on the right side of the house, that's the count rock.
Okay.
And I believe West Stone on
Yeah, you're right.
back on the same side should be the second count, and
Yeah,
then the
I
other
think
two
you're
are
right.
pretty close.
Yeah, I wasn't reading it quite. Now when I look at it more, it is. The red is the one count there.
And that's the one that West is going to try to take out.
Yep.
She's like a whole new person.
Okay. Maya Hoff communicating with Skip. Ella Wendling. A couple of sophomores.
Back to that very narrow bloom on this side of the ice.
Right. Yep. Sometimes you can see the reaction of the folks behind the glass, on some of these shots, but they don't have many shots of it, which is what it should be because we're focusing on the gals on the ice. No,
What was that?
it's
out there.
It's out there.
Very nice shot.
There.
And a roll and the hide behind.
Wow. Okay, this is coming down. I mean, this could be changing leader. Very easily changing leader. So for Spash now, Emily Rebenzer, their skip, she's just going to try to draw in the middle, right?
I think what she's going to try to do is come down on that rock that just
she
rolled
might.
in behind.
Okay. Which would give her another.
That would give her the opportunity to score two. If she just comes down the middle, West is going to take it.
Well, she's got another rock coming too yet, so she's got time.
She does have the hammer. That's always something to come with, but you don't want to just come away with one if you can get two.
Yeah. She would love to put the pressure back on West.
Looks like it's starting to curl at a good point. Weight looks okay. Might be a little heavy for what she was wanting. This is going to go through. A little bump back at the end. But West still sitting one stone.
Yeah. She came in there and she's closer to the button to the tee than the one she hit, but not by much, but at least that much she did accomplish. So this is the last shot now for Ella Wendling for West, and then the hammer. So it's like so many of these, it's up to the skips.
Coming down to them last shots. She's got a couple options here. She can try to just out-count in the back just to make sure that doesn't happen. I would think the likelihood would be to put up another guard up in front of where they have the count rock. Help that from not being taken. It also puts a little less opening coming into the house. It still will be wide open for a point at the end to put a draw in, though.
Yeah. Talk about an open house, huh? Different kind.
Different kind. There is a possible strategy of just putting a rock in the middle and having point have to take it out rather than just draw.
Yeah.
And if they don't hit right on, it could spill, and then their rock would still be first count. It looks like that might be a little more of what, after discussion, what they're going to try to do.
Yeah. Well, either way, Emily Rebenza is going to have a challenge
Yeah, there's no way for her to really get 2. So the best hope she's going to have is to score 1. They don't want to give up 2 going into the 8th end.
Yeah. They'd be down then. They'd have the hammer,
Yeah.
but
That would be
Yeah.
a little too much.
this is going to be a draw the way it looks.
Not quite
No.
the depth that they
No.
wanted, but
No. But she still has to,
Point still have to draw in.
Yeah.
Get full 8 foot to score.
Yep. Yep. Skip for point. Rebenzer ready to go. Ava Olds down on the other end, acting as the skip for this one. She cleans the rock and key rock.
This is a crucial shot for Stevens Point. Weight looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's certainly looking good as a draw. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's your point stone.
So point now is up 5-3. They get 1.
Yeah, they get 1.
5-3. Going into the 8th end, they're up 5-3. West with a hammer. You couldn't ask for more excitement on a finish. You really couldn't. It's been back and forth. The difference is one end, Spash scored 2. West 1. That's it. That's the difference. Look at that. 1-1, 1-1, 2-1. Now, if the pattern stays, Spash wins.
Spash will win by 1.
And
but
2 will tie it. So
I know 4 girls out on the ice that'd like to beg to differ with you, though.
yeah, I know. I know. I would agree.
No, this is a very entertaining game.
Yeah. So if West gets 2, we go on.
They will play an extra end.
Yeah, because it is a tournament too, right?
It is a tournament.
You got to have a winner. I know I've seen extra times where they have to put rocks closest.
There are some events where they'll play skips rocks, where each skip will throw one, and whoever is closer to the button wins.
Okay, just a draw where they want it, pretty much. Top end.
kind of looked at him and Olivia standing there, and I was like,
Well, we have a quiet crowd behind us, below us.
I think it's the intensity of the games going on
It
the
is.
ice. I
It
think
is. I'm
everybody's
sure.
very intuitive to what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, and they're probably, most of them are at the same point as this one, 8, 7 or 8 end and close. We've got 4 going on right now, 4 games overall.
Looks to be a very good stone
Mhm.
for a corner guard for West to start out.
Second shot coming up for Ali Pischelman. This will be an interesting end to follow as it goes along.
Strategy will definitely come into play with this one. How each team wants to set up. Points putting rocks in the house. Kind of saying, "Come get me." The thought is make the other team just have to take them out, where they're not going to be able to score 2 points. West is setting up for the corner guards, hopefully to be able to hide behind, and then still have the open for the hammer. One strategy is going to have to give up to the other one. Looks like West is already going to say, "Yep, I don't like these 2 rocks in here. They're too offensive. I want to get rid of one."
A little communication from Ella
It is possible
to
to get
Lauren.
2.
Yeah,
Lauren's just needs to come a little bit of weight. We can hopefully get a little curl, cross over the face of the front stone, and it should be able to split both of them out. Gonna need some curl back. Needs to get across the center line if that's the case.
She's got the weight there, that's for sure.
She's definitely gonna get one. It's just which one is she gonna take out?
Okay, she got one. But there's still one there. Now we go to the seconds. First shot for Kaylee Van Beaver, this past senior.
She's gonna try to take out that first rock. Hopefully spill it out without hitting their backstone.
Good. Plenty of weight going on this. See what if she can hold it.
Very good shot.
Yeah. Yep. Spash folks are right below us.
Yeah, we know where the Spash fans are. Trying to keep the West rocks out of the house. If they don't get any in there, they won't be able to score more than 1.
This is the first rock for Allison Kurth, the second.
Now we're going to get Allison to try to take this rock out and hopefully roll back behind that previous guard they have on the corner.
She's going to do it. Didn't roll back
Just
totally, but
just needed to get a little bit more outside on the rock and it would have rolled perfect.
yeah.
Very close. Very good shot, though.
Second rock for Kaylee now. Kaylee Van Beaver.
Yeah, this is coming across the center line. I think she's still going to get enough of it. Nope.
Oh,
That was the first miss for a point.
okay. Now we go to the thirds. Now we go to Ava Olds for Spash.
Look like
As soon as-
Wes is going to try to put a guard on here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They are in sheet 2. This game taking place on sheet 2 out of 8. That's why you can see the side of, the side where the cafeteria is. The windows there, they're loaded with people sitting too. There's no place there isn't. Okay, now, like you said, Spash just wants to keep them from getting too possible. So again, it's another key shot.
Yeah, West missed the guard. They probably should have been putting another rock in the house, even as they got to score 2.
See what Ava does here. Ava Olds.
This is curling away. She might miss.
She's going to miss. She's going to.
Oh, she got it.
Wow. It looked like it was headed. With
It was curling. It was starting to get outside the sweep line. I wasn't sure she was going to hang around. Good sweeping by the sweepers to hold it in.
Boy, Spash so far has answered, haven't they? In this end, they've done what they had to do. You can see them fists bumping. They're happy with that one. Okay, let's see what West can do now. They're going to have to put them.
This one's just going to go straight in the house. This will be definitely accessible for Stevens Point to take out, though.
Yeah.
The hope was to get behind the guards.
So far, Spash has done what they have to do to keep West working at it. So they're not giving him anything. Not giving him anything.
She's holding it. It looked like a mirror of the last shot.
It sure did. Wow. Well, second shot coming up now for Maya Hoff. So far for Spash, they're holding their own with a 2-point lead.
Yeah, West has got to find a way to get a rock in there that Spash is not going to be able to get at so easy.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty much the same spot. It leaves an opening for Spash. Now we go to the skips. So we're getting down to the end of end 8 here. And the competition. Unless West can pull out some kind of a comeback. Get a couple points.
We're starting to run out of rocks.
Well, they've only got 2 left, and they're down by 2. So they really, yep. Spash has done what they have to. It's like every end has a different strategy, and this is end 8, so it has a totally different strategy than end 1 or 5 or whatever. Boy, are they ever running out of rocks.
Another takeout, spill out.
Wow.
This is kind of getting to be the end of the line. Gonna need this rock to get behind a guard.
Ella Wendling. The skip for West. Do or die. Basically, that's what it is. She's got 2 rocks. They're down by 2. She's got to put 1 in, and then it'll be up to Spash to get that one out or closer to the tee. That's an empty house again. Seen it a couple of times.
Shows in the scoring too, or all the 1-point ends that were going on.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's been that way. Number 1, she's got to get it in there. Number 2, she needs a guard. She'll get it in.
It's going to be very tight.
Boy, oh boy, is it ever. Okay. All right.
A little behind the guard, but I don't know if it's still totally accessible for point. They take this rock, and that'll be your game.
Yep. It's right there for the taking.
It's right there for the taking. Happen to miss it, and the door will be wide open for West.
After throwing like what? 80 rocks or 79 rocks, 78, this is it.
This looks to be a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it does. It's holding itself, holding its own. Whoa! Wow. Now all she has to do is a draw, right?
Just draw in the house. We'll have a tie game.
We have a tie. Wow. That picked up too much speed. They couldn't really. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't curl back at all.
No, it
Pretty
didn't
much.
curl at all. Wow. You know what? Emily, if they lose, is going to see that one a few times in her curling career because it was that close. It was just, it looked good. It never curled like she wanted it to or expected it to. And all Ella has to do now is put one in. It's an empty. She's got one in. She can't get more unless she hits the other guard and puts that in. So, wow, that was something.
By that guard. In the house.
Yeah, there we go.
And it's going to stay.
Yeah. Wow, that's the West crowd now.
That's the West crowd.
Well, we go extra. That. If you played odds on that one, you wouldn't see this.
No.
You would not see that. Now, in this extra, Spash has the hammer, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But what happened here, is that going to deflate them or cause some issues emotionally would be my question. Certainly it's got to give a lot of a lift for West. And of course now they have the timeout. So we have a timeout on the ice here. So we go to extras. Extra ends, not extra innings, extra ends. The West girls talking to, first they have to, he has to congratulate him.
Yeah.
Because he knows.
Good job hanging in there.
They escaped. They escaped. Well, one of the games is over. One of the 4 is over. This one isn't. We're
This
going
one is
extra.
not.
Now they'll go 9, but somebody's got to score unless there's a draw?
You can have a blank end where
Yeah, a blank. You know what's happening.
where nobody
you know.
scores, and
Yeah.
then it would carry on.
It's a tournament, so you have to have a winner. But the likelihood of having a winner now in number 10 or number 9 is pretty high.
Yeah. Yeah, it isn't very often that you get a blank end.
Blank. Yeah. All right. Point has the hammer. Boy, that's got to be deflating, though, Scott. You're up by 2. The last rock,
playing everything right.
You know, and just
coming down and your last shot, and you just come out a little wide. And
I haven't seen that very often. That they can pick up 2 when the other team basically threw 8 rocks is in control. You know, they had control all the way through.
Yeah, Point was doing everything right. They were
yeah.
textbook play of how to come about it. They just missed one shot that was the wrong shot to miss. Left West the opportunity to come in.
Now this is where coaching comes in. You have to pick those girls up for Spash. Jim's job is easy. Just go,
congratulations.
them.
Fist bumping. Keep it going.
Yeah. Whereas the Spash coach has to really think about the emotional aspect now.
I think that was the intent of Spash calling the timeout.
Yeah.
So their coach could come out and
yeah.
just make sure the minds are on straight. Everybody is focused. Remind them, hey, you still have hammer. You should be able to pull this out. But again, it's the game of curling. Anything can happen. That's why we play the game.
Well, and if West comes back, you have to give them credit. You know, you have to give them credit. They earned it, is what I'm saying, if they do. And then we'll see. Somebody's aware of the camera and a parent behind the glass. That was probably what it was. Hi, Mom. Or Dad. Or whatever. Whoever. There's your score. 5-5. Look at that. How tight that was all the way through. West scored 2 the last end, and Spash had one back in whatever number. Number 6, I think it was. 5. Okay, here we go.
Starting out, I'm sure there's lots of butterflies going out on the ice.
Yeah, Lauren Bilo is the lead here. Ella Wendling no doubt, no doubt. And these girls have faced each other this year a few times.
Yeah, definitely not unfamiliar place to be at.
Okay, they wave off the sweeping, and you're going to just put it where they want it, pretty much. Maybe a little more.
A little bit more. Got a little bite on it.
Yeah. Okay. It'll be interesting to see how Spash reacts. That's the team that has to do something emotionally right now.
They're going to want to keep the ice clean, keep it open, and they got the hammer so they can come down and take that last point.
Ellie Fishelman, sophomore. This one's going to go right through.
Got a piece of it. I don't know if it's enough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kept it out.
Just basic takeout. And they're okay with that.
That's their intent. They just don't want West to have anything to play with.
Second shot here for Lauren Balo. Lauren just picked up her little brace and just walked to the back there. She didn't seem very happy, but there it is.
Definitely not where they wanted to be.
No. I think she kind of slipped on the release. Second shot now for Allie Pishelman.
Started sweeping right away. I think there was a little bit of concern about being a little narrow on her release. But
boy, oh boy.
It's going to come in. She's got plenty of weight on her.
Wow. Not what she wanted.
Not what she wanted at all. We'll see if West can take advantage of that miss.
Well, first up is, or next up, I should say, is Allison Kurth, their second. The thing is, you don't need two, you don't need three, you need one. You just need one rock.
And the one they have in there, that's the one they're going to want to protect. Put up a guard here and
If you don't believe in a curl, you're not watching this.
starting way over on one side of the center and ended up on the other. Probably over curled on her a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Gonna leave their rock still wide open.
First shot for Kaylee Van Beaver, senior. Release.
She might have been a little narrow on her release too.
Boy, oh boy, is that picking up.
Yep, gonna crash on the guard.
Is that picking up?
That's why West wants to keep them out there. They'll try to put up another one.
Second shot for Kaylee now.
I think they were wanting to put the guard back up there, thinking it was still under a free guard zone, but it wasn't.
No. Oh. Well, they're in the same situation they were the last rock, so let's see what happens.
Similar broom, should be a similar weight.
Just trying to get it away from the other one as much as you can, but that's not going to happen.
It's coming back. I think this one's going to be a better shot than our last one.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to over curl quite as much.
Yeah. Okay.
Very, very good shot.
There.
Right in line
Nice.
with the rock.
Nice. Very nice. Well, we move on now to the second shot for Allison. For Kaylee Van Beaver.
She's going to try to take out that guard that they just threw. Starting across the center line. Very good shot.
Mission accomplished. We're moving through this one in a hurry here. We're already into the thirds.
Yeah, an end of takeouts where rocks are getting thrown pretty fast and not much time of thinking about what the shots are. Your end moves along.
Yeah. Okay, here's Maya Hoff with her first of two.
Might be a little heavy on this one. For
Well,
what
it
she
seems,
wants.
yeah, it's picking up. It is. Well, that
opened the door for Stevens Point now.
it does. It does. The difference one rock can make.
She's given a pretty tight broom. Must be planning on throwing a little extra weight.
First shot for Ava Olds.
Yeah, this is going to curl too much on her, I'm afraid. Going to hit on
Oh,
the guard.
Yeah, this is, if it does that. Yeah. Okay, there we are. There it is. So we have 3 rocks each left. We have 1 in the house, and the winner needs 1. So right now, West doesn't have the hammer, but they have the rock in there. So they are putting on the pressure, basically. Now, again, they're going to try to protect it if they can.
Well, this rock is very light. She's going to get it across the hog line, but it's going to curl too much. This is still going to be wide open for Stevens Point
Yeah,
to get at the
that
back
didn't
line.
line up at all. There we go. Well, it's a matter of skill and a little bit of luck. But, knowing the ice, knowing your strengths, knowing what you need to do, and handle your nerves.
She is giving it a little more broom this time, which I think they need.
Now, if she takes this out.
She's narrow on it, though.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to wind up hitting on that guard again.
Yep. Boy, they're struggling right now. And that's, what that means, it'll be up to the skips.
Coming down to the skips.
That's where we are right now. So Ellen Wendling will have her first one coming up. Yeah, this is a coulda, shoulda, woulda game for Spash, no doubt. I mean, they had it right up to the end. They had it.
Yeah, one shot they'd like to get back, but here we are. They're not necessarily in a bad place.
No, they have the hammer, so they always have that opportunity to make up for it.
Been keeping the house pretty open. It'd have been nice to have gotten rid of that West rock that's in there, but it is behind the tee line, so draws will become available.
Mm-hmm.
Well, trying to get a guard in there again. It's over curling, but it is in the house.
Yeah. Oh, did you see her motion when she got up? Kind of like not what I wanted to do or something. I don't know. What we wanted to do?
Well, Stevens Point's taking a different approach now. Instead of trying to take that rock out, they're going to try to come down to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that rock on the back end is the point that's going to count here. I think it's the other one is in the house, but well,
Yeah, being we're only playing for 1 point, I guess the second rock really doesn't matter unless you were to take this rock and spill out, then it would count. But
yeah, right. Now this looks better. This
It
definitely has the weight.
if it doesn't over curl on her.
It looks better. Oh my gosh. Well, there you go. That's
Very nice shot.
nice shot. I mean, that looked good from the beginning. It really did. Now it's up to Ella to counter somehow, some way.
And she's going to try the same shot. Trying to get down and sit on top of the point rock now, which will put it closer to the center.
Yep. But that puts Spash more in control now. I mean, this is theirs to win or lose right now because they have that last rock.
It doesn't appear that they're going to come down to. It looks like she's going to try to take this. That's not near enough room for a draw. Lighter take and just try to pop it out the backside.
Interesting. Exciting. Finish. We had one already in N9. Now we got another one. in N10 or N8 and then in N9.
This is curling on her. This is curling on her.
This is not.
It's going to hit the guard.
Yeah,
I don't think Point's going to have to throw their last rock.
No. No, they don't. All right. Yeah, you can see the disappointment in West.
Yeah.
You can see the disappointment in West. Well, (6-5) and an extra end.
Looks like they're still going to throw a stone. I don't know what she would be throwing.
Why would you
at.
do that? I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue.
Oh, she just.
Oh, she's just gonna. Okay. All right.
Just the fact that she threw it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's your Spash crowd.
Spash fan base.
Yeah.
Blow us again.
Well, they have to feel better because they basically gave it up, and now they got it back.
They come back and still wound up taking it.
Then you give Wausau West credit to get where they got at the end.
Oh,
It just, you know.
Fighting through it all.
Absolutely.
Both teams.
This was a great game. Two very, very good kids, teams with good curlers, good young people.
Yes.
Very healthy setting.
Good to watch.
You bet. Well, for Scott Schaefer, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you enjoyed our very, very exciting semifinal of the Wisconsin State Curling Championships, the girls division. And Spash will move on to the championship, which follows, and we hope you can join us for that as well. So until the next game, the championship counter, take care.